Hey guys, it's Jen, and today I wanted to share with you my basic contouring tutorial. So basically what contouring is using a bit of bronzer to shade certain areas of your face in a very natural way so that it just looks a little bit more refined, and it can bring out your cheekbones and make you look a little bit slimmer and overall a little bit more classic. So I hope you guys enjoy watching, and let's get started. So to start off, I just wanted to share with you some of my favorite bronzers. The one I'm going to be using this time is the Urban Decay Flushed palette, which is a nice brown color that isn't too orange, and I think would probably work in a lot of different skin tones. And then I also like the Stila bronzing powder in shade 01. This one actually does run a little bit more orange, so I don't think it'll work on everyone, but if you have more yellowy undertones, it might work for you. Another one people really tend to love is Benefit Hoola bronzer, which is more on the brown side, as you can see. And one thing these all have in common is they're not shimmery. Shimmer tends to kind of detract away from the natural shadow effect, so you'll want a bronzer that will work really good with your own skin tone but doesn't have any shimmer to it. So this one will probably work really well for those of you with a more neutral or cool complexion. My first tool I'm going to use is just an angled blush brush. I know it's for blush, but lately this has just been my go-to tool for using for bronzer as well, because I just find that it fits right in the hollows of your cheeks really easily. I'm going to take some of this powder on my brush here. So I'm going to take this brush and place it right here in front of the lower half of my ear, because that's kind of exactly where it lines up with the bottom of my cheekbone. I'm not going to put it on where my cheekbone is. It's going to be just underneath that section right here. And if you have trouble finding your cheekbone, you can always suck your cheeks in and make a fish face like this. And you can kind of see the contour of where that part goes in on your face. So we're going to focus that right underneath that area, starting over by your ears, because that's where you can have the most concentrated color and have it still look natural. And I'm just going to tap this in my skin and bring it forward in the same kind of angle. We're going to go right about to the outside, or I guess like the middle of where your eye is right here. So that's kind of where I'm going to stop on my face. You can probably already see the difference of this side versus this side, but you just want to make sure it's not too heavy where it looks really unnatural on your face. It's going to just kind of blend into the shadows of your face. That's my first line, is right here on the cheekbones. So I'm just going to go back here where my jawline is. I'm going to connect that shadow and bring it downward. I'm just going to bring this down my jawline. And this doesn't have to be as dark as where the cheek is. It's just going to kind of blend downward. So again, I'm going to show you, this is the difference between that, and this side has no bronzer at all. Thirdly, I'm going to go up around my hairline. So again, starting down here, I'm going to blend this around the outer edge and just kind of bounce this along where the hairline is here. I'm doing the bouncing technique because that kind of blends everything together and it doesn't make any one area too pigmented. So I'm sure some of you have kind of heard of the 3 shape that it goes in. So it kind of goes like this around into your cheekbone and then down along your jawline. If there are any areas that you see the line too much, you could always take a clean brush and sort of buff that out, or you can take the same brush that you've been using with less product on it and just kind of bounce it around in a circle until it's all blended out. There shouldn't be any really obvious streaks or anything. So the last step I'm going to do with contouring my face is to take an eyeshadow brush, and we're actually going to contour the nose, because I feel like the edges of the face and the nose are what really give your face an illusion of being a lot slimmer and more refined. So I'm taking a little bit of the bronzer on my eyeshadow brush. So if you look on your face, there should be somewhat of a line that goes from your eyebrow into the nose bridge down straight to the end of your nose. So we want the illusion of a very straight, tall nose, and we're going to do that by going, first of all, right into the sides of the nose bridge right here, and adding just a little bit of a curve. Again, you don't want to do this too much on your nose. I feel like more than anywhere else in your face, you have to be really careful around the nose area for this not to look fake. You really want it to look very natural, so be very light-handed. So again, we've added just a little bit right here by the nose bridge, you can blend this in a little bit into your eyeshadow. And then from your nose bridge to the end of your nose, we're just going to go down in a straight line. For the end of the nose, I like to make the tip just a little bit smaller as well. So we're going to fake a little shadow going right underneath the nose right here. And that should just blend out into your nose so that there aren't any harsh lines. Again, being light-handed is the most important part of contouring your nose. I cannot tell you what is a bigger pet peeve of mine than seeing a photograph of a really beautiful celebrity, except you can tell they over-contoured the nose because from far away it looks nice. In those HD cameras, sometimes it just doesn't look as flawless as it does from 20 feet away in person. So as you can see, this half of my face right here has all of my contouring finished, and then this half has it without any contouring at all. So you should be able to see a very subtle difference. And I'm just going to go through and do the other half of my face so you can kind of see the finished look. To finish off the look, I'm just going to add a little bit of Tarte Blissful to my cheeks. The blush is going to go right on top of your actual cheekbone instead of below it where the bronzer went. It's going to be more of where, if you're actually blushing, that's where the blush color is going to be. So this is my final contoured look, and I just wanted to give you a couple examples of when I would use bronzer. Since it's not an every single day thing for me, especially if I'm low on time, I just kind of skip this step. But if I know I'm going to be in front of cameras, if I know I'm going out with my girlfriends, if there's ever a time where I know I'm going to be with a group of people and I just want to look really extra put together, a lot of times it does come down to contouring. As you can see, my jawline should look a little bit slimmer, my nose should look a little bit slimmer as well, and just in general, it enhances the contours of my face, which gives a more attractive, appealing look without being too obvious that I did anything to begin with, which is what I think contouring should be all about. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope this was helpful for some of you who want to get a nice, slim, refined face without looking too fake. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and please thumbs up the video if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to see more videos. This is Jen, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! So this one will work really well on those of you who have a more neutral or, so this one will probably really well for those of you with a more neutral or warm, so this one will probably, oh my gosh, I'm doing this so many times. Right where it meets your cheeks. Right where it meets your cheeks. So angled upward, where the curve is. Lots of birds. I should probably stop that, that's weird.